Today I'm going to tell the story of the little gnome who had to stay home. And at Playgroup we always start our stories like this. Oh, mother of the fairy tale, take us to your magic vale. To kings and queens, princesses bold, to chase away the witches old. Oh, mother of the fairy tale, take us to your magic vale. Here is a boat, a golden boat, that sails on silvery seas. And here are the oars of ivory white that lift and dip and lift and dip, lift and dip and lift and dip. And here are the 10 little fairy folk running along, to pick up the oars of ivory white that lift and dip and lift and dip, lift and dip and lift and dip, to sail the boat, the golden boat, across the silvery seas. Little Gnome was confused. Why did he have to stay at home? Didn't everyone know little gnomes love to roam? He couldn't go to gnome school, and he couldn't go and play with his friends in the forest, and his friends couldn't even come to visit him. All he could do was stay in his little root home. But at least he could look out of the window through the rocks and the tree roots. He was surprised that there was so much to see. Little ants went scurrying by. He even saw bees, and beautiful bright butterflies. Little echidnas crept out of their homes, sniffed around in the falling leaves for yummy things to eat. Sometimes he saw a lizard on a rock catching warm sunbeams. But even with all these things to watch, little Gnome was growing impatient. Why did he have to keep on staying home? Why, oh why, could he not roam? Then Mother Tree whispered to him, "Shh, shh. Things are not as they used to be, but trust me, soon you will be free. Trust me, trust me." Little Gnome knew in his heart he could always trust Mother Tree. Mother Tree carried the wisdom of the whole forest. Mother Tree knew about everything. The birds and the wind were her friends and messengers. They visited her every day, sharing news of the big wide world. Little Gnome knew when the birds came by. He could hear them singing in the branches up high. Little Gnome could see when the wind was visiting. He could see the branches swaying this way and that. Sometimes he had to close his windows to keep out the leaves and the dust stirred up by this busy, busy friend. So little Gnome had to trust, and little Gnome just had to wait. Soon he knew he would be free again to leave his home amongst the rocks and tree roots. Soon he knew he'd be free to wander the pathways in the forests with his friends. But while he waited, he was surprised how many things he could find to do in his cozy little tree root home. Little Gnome can dance, little Gnome can sing, little Gnome can paint and draw and do somersaults across the floor. Little Gnome can dance, little Gnome can sing, little Gnome can clean and cook and curl up with a picture book. Little Gnome can dance, little Gnome can sing, little Gnome can climb and jump and hop and skip and swing. Little Gnome can dance, little Gnome can sing, little Gnome can collect autumn treasures and pretend to be a king. Little Gnome can dance, little Gnome can sing, little Gnome can snuggle up and see what tomorrow will bring. Stars, they whisper softly on each of us this night, like angels in the darkness who guide us with their light.